So when you turn on your ViewSonic panel, it's going to come to the lock screen. What we're going to need to do is swipe up, and you're going to see here that it's going to take us to the owner account. That's the default account on the panel. So what we need to do is touch the drop-down menu and either add ourselves as a user or switch to your user account if you've already added yourself. There's also a guest account, but keep in mind the guest account always erases everything, so we don't want to use that one if this is your permanent panel. So I'm going to go ahead and select Add User. I'm going to select Next. This is where you can name your account, so it can just be your last name or it can be your first name or whatever you would like it to be. And then we're going to say Done. It's going to then create the user and take us through the Google setup process, which includes adding our email. So here we're going to choose Continue. Now, once you get to this point, you just need to type in your Google email. After you type in your email, enter your password. Once you type in your email password, click I agree. On this screen, we're going to accept the Google services, so we're going to click More and then choose Accept. On this screen, it's going to ask you to create a PIN code. This is going to make sure that your account is secure. It needs to be a minimum of 4, but it can be more. Make sure that you enter your PIN code twice. Now on this screen, it's asking you if you want to enable the Google Assistant. We recommend skipping this. When you're finished, it'll say, do you want to add any other accounts? We're going to say no thanks. And then we're done with the account setup. Now our Google account is linked to the panel. So how do we use the panel? A few things. You have your main apps on the home screen. For example, we have the Play Store. The Play Store lets us go and download additional apps. Maybe you want Canva, maybe you want Google Earth. Once you open the App Store, you have a search on the left and you can install your own apps. Anytime we need to return back to the home screen, you'll see that there's a home or house button, because we don't close apps, right? This is basically like a big Android tablet. So if we ever need to go back or close something, we press home. Now we're back on the home screen. Let's say I want to switch to my Google Drive. I can open up the Drive icon. Now it's switched me to Google Drive. Now the remote control also has a home button. In addition, the side tools also have a home or house button if I ever want to get back to the home screen. Speaking of the side tools, you'll notice the side tools have the triple rectangles. Anytime you see that, that's going to show your recent apps. So I can switch back and forth, for example, here between the Play Store and Google Drive. Now the purpose of this is that if I have my own account, let's say normally I'm used to projecting my slides or connecting my laptop to a projector. We don't need to do that anymore. We can just open up our slides presentations directly on the panel and show them here. Now again, you'll notice there's no X or close out button. I always press home to go back to the home screen, or I can get it from the side toolbars. Again, if I open something like Chrome. Now the first time you use Chrome, make sure you sign in to Chrome. This is going to sync everything for you. Make sure on this screen where it says yes, I'm in, select that. And then we'll go to got it, and now we've set it up. Now remember, this is mobile Chrome. This is not full Google Chrome like you're used to maybe on your MacBook or your Windows laptop. However, we can still access things like our bookmarks. Anytime you see 3 dots like this is your more options. And so for example, you'll notice my bookmarks are here. I can access my bookmarks bar, and then I can go to a bookmark that I have like the FET website. And then again, one more time, if you ever need to go back to your home screen, you can press the home button, and now I'm back home. If I were to go back to Google Chrome, you can see I didn't close it. It's just running in the background. Now a couple extra pro tips, and then we'll let you start playing with your panel. You have the My View Board software on your panel. This is a great digital whiteboard. We're not going to go too much into it, but start playing around with that. You can watch our other videos on how to use the whiteboard. AirSync is your wireless casting tool, so you can download the app called AirSync Sender on your laptop and then cast wirelessly to AirSync. Keep in mind when you open AirSync for the first time, it is going to ask you for location permission. Make sure you choose while using the app that you give it access to your network and then agree to the terms. If you do not give AirSync location permission, it won't work. And then the final thing is that if you ever want to add or rearrange your apps, you can always just touch and hold an app and then drag it somewhere else. If you swipe up, it will show all of your apps that are on the panel. For example, if I want to add Google Slides, I can touch and drag and add it here. Or if we swipe from the top to the bottom, this will give us more settings where I can adjust things like the brightness or switch the inputs to other devices.